Sweet. So we got Stevie here, who's a Blues Birmingham City fan, and
Hello.
it's me, Perry, with Travis here as well. So we just wanted to go over Arsenal's, I wouldn't say crisis, but injury issue at the moment, which has popped up again. Seems to be a recurring theme every season at least. And at the moment, we have a sort of predicament on the right hand side of the wing, right midfield with Ramsey, who got injured last week, and then obviously we saw Ox come in to take his place in the Capital One Cup game. Got injured,
Mm.
and Walcott came on as a substitute. There's like discussions and rumours going on that Wenger didn't let him warm up and told him to get straight onto the pitch, etc., etc. Don't know how much of that is true, but Walcott got injured probably due to bad preparation. So he's out for a calf injury. So it looks like Ox and Walcott are out for a minimum of 3 weeks. It could be longer. On the scans, we'll find out. If we're not going to find out now, we'll probably find out in the morning the results of that. And what are Arsenal going to do on the right hand side, basically? What are you thinking, Travis? Because we've got three big fixtures coming up. We got
Yeah.
got
So,
Swansea, we got
like you said,
Bayern, Spurs.
like you said, Walcott's out, Ox is out, Ramsey out. All three are out until after the Walcott's out, Ox is out, Ramsey's out. All three are out until after the international break. So it leaves us a little light. Who did he say was there then? What's the right side options? Was it Iwobi and Campbell?
Alex Iwobi, and Joe Campbell realistically are only right players who can out and out play right wing as their main position. Then you do have the possibility of putting Cazorla out there and placing Cazorla in the middle, but does Wenger want
Mm.
to tinker with that, with more of the formation? That's the kind of question that he's going to have to deal with. To be honest, he's had time to deal with this in training and stuff for the weekend.
Yeah, definitely. So he would have been definitely trying Iwobi and he would have been trying Campbell out there.
Mm. So it's going to be interesting. I mean, Stevie, what are you thinking from outside perspective, outside
I'd
fan?
give
What do you reckon?
I'd give Joe Campbell a chance. I don't see why not. Even Iwobi, really. You know, you've got nothing to lose. You've got three key players on the right hand side out of the game for a couple of weeks now.
Yeah, but we
So,
do have
yeah,
something to lose. We got two Premier League games and the Bayern away fixture
yeah,
to
in that
lose.
aspect, you've got something to lose. But I'd say, in terms of trying to fill in that hole, your best option is just maybe to put someone through the ranks. You know, one of the
Why?
youth players.
Why do you think doing that is better? Why do you think that's a better option than putting Cazorla out wide, who we know can perform there, and then replacing him in the middle
I'd,
with like a
That's a good question. That's a good question, but
But replace
is it his natural position? Does he enjoy playing there?
Not really. He can play there though.
he can play there though.
I think the
Play
problem
there.
with I think the problem with putting I agree with Wenger. Wow. I agree with Wenger. Putting putting Cazorla out on the right is bad because of who's gonna then come in, which is probably who? Flamini. And I don't really want to see Flamini come in there whilst Cazorla's out on the right.
You don't want to see that.
Not at all. We're in a predicament, but Campbell or Iwobi, Perry, what do you think? Like, what do you think?
I'll put Joel Campbell there. I won't be. Nope. I wouldn't want him to. I wouldn't want him to.
It'd be throwing him in the deep end,
Yeah,
wouldn't
he's
it?
not.
That guy's
Not.
nowhere near ready.
He ain't
Nowhere
ready
near ready,
for
really.
Bayern, Spurs, and Swansea. Come on, like Joel Campbell. This is your time to step up.
Joel
We
Campbell's
saw
probably your best option.
we saw what Bellerin did when Debussy got injured with that shoulder injury. He came in and took that position like it was his own. So, I mean, if there's any time Joel Campbell's ever going to prove himself, it's going to be these three games. It is it. We're going to know whether he's Arsenal material by the end of these three games, realistically. So,
Definitely. The time is now for him.
age-wise, he's old enough. You know, he's probably been thinking to himself, you know what? If I can't get any, if I'm not getting any games by January or at most end of the season, I'm off, man. Because
Yeah.
obviously Ramsey's not looking like he's moving, and Ox is looking like he's right behind Ramsey's heels. So as Joel Campbell, this injury is good for him. Like he needs to
Yeah,
take advantage of
he's
this.
probably been waiting for something like this and it's happened. So now
We
he must take advantage.
we need to
He
see what
has
he's
no
made of.
choice.
We're
Yeah.
gonna find out what he's made of, basically. Meant psychologically, not so much. I wouldn't even say ability wise. Like we're gonna find out if he's ready to step up to the plate.
He's 23. The time is now.
He's
Joel
20.
Campbell.
He's
Yeah,
top.
Joel Campbell is your time now, isn't it? Really? I don't think you'll hear this, but I'm just saying.
I'd say, what about if maybe players like Serge Gnabry?
Yeah, he's out on loan having an
You think
awful
he would
time
have
at
come
West
in
Brom.
handy if you kept hold of him?
He was, if you remember, he was closing in on that first team,
He
wasn't
Yeah,
was
he
he?
closing
was.
in.
Then
He
he
was
got
doing
he got
well.
injured, didn't he? He got injured.
Yeah, because Pulis said the other day he's not good enough for West Brom, which is crazy.
Yeah, I heard him say that. But what? I don't understand what happened there, man.
He's not at the level to play games.
But what? How? What? It's crazy because
They said,
obviously I'm saying this as somebody who's not really watched him at West Brom, yeah. But like you said, Travis, when I saw him, he was closing on that right wing position until he got
Yeah.
injured, man.
He looked promising. Like, United had Januzaj and Arsenal had Gnabry, and it was just like, who's better? I remember it was like people. He was all right. Januzaj obviously had got the praises, but he's only had 2 appearances for West Brom this season. Like,
Maybe
whether
he's just not doing it in training, but that might be because the way he plays doesn't suit West Brom's style of football. Like, I'm just trying to think of reasons as to why, because I don't know. I mean,
who's keeping him out the team there then?
damn.
Arsenal usually put a clause in their contract with their loanees that they can bring them back at any time.
Yeah, you can come back in January, which I think will happen.
So
If that happens, I want him to hit the ground running when he comes back. But by then, obviously Ramsey will be back. But at Arsenal is
terms
never
of
obviously,
defending-
is it? Go on.
In terms of defending, who have Arsenal got available at the moment in regards to Bellerin, Debussy, Chambers, Koscielny, Mertesacker, Monreal, Gibson, Paulista, and Gabriel, sorry.
Mm.
Who is available there? All of them.
What available? What do you mean?
Yeah, all our defenders are available. All the defenders.
Would you prefer playing
I know
maybe a
you're gonna
right
say.
back on the right mid?
Bellerin up on the right wing. Do you know what?
I think
Nah.
that would work.
It's funny. I was thinking this, but
I think that
because
would work.
yeah, I think it would work. But here's why I don't want that to happen. Debussy's form has been so bad. I mean,
He's been terrible. He's been
if
terrible.
if we could rely on Debussy to come in and put in a performance in them 3 games, I'd say, John, let's have a go with Bellerin right wing because I think he could do it.
Yeah.
But
Nah. One theory I've heard is putting Gibbs left mid, moving Sanchez to right wing because we know Sanchez can perform either wing, innit? He's
And
that
Gibbs-
kind of player.
Could do that.
and to be fair, we have seen Gibbs this season and last season come on, or if he's already been playing, move up to that left wing, kind of provide a bit of protection for
We
Mon.
know that Gibbs can defend, so he'd at least add
Yeah.
some defensive stability and allow Sanchez to do what he does
Mm.
on
Even
the other
Monreal.
flank.
I can't see Wenger doing any of these 2 suggestions though.
No.
I could see him doing the Gibbs one. I definitely think that's a possibility, especially against maybe like a.
But I think maybe the reason I can see it is because it's happened before. He's not started the game with it, but it's happened. Do you know what I mean?
I wouldn't say that that's an outrageous shout. I'd say that that's just as likely as him starting Joe Campbell, because to me, Joe Campbell hasn't looked great in the
I think
opportunities I've seen.
no, he hasn't. He hasn't. And I was rooting for him last season. There were times when things weren't going well at Arsenal, and I'd actually gone, yo, Campbell needs a chance now. And he's come in this season. He's been given his chance, not massively, but there's been opportunities for him this season, and he's not performed. So it's a bit like
This is definitely his last time to shine, I think. If not,
This is his opportunity. If he gets these, Wenger will probably tinker it around, like against Bayern where we need the win, he'll probably go for a more attacking formation. So Joel Campbell will probably get the start. But games in the Premiership where we need to kind of hold that win if you're playing away from home and that, I reckon it's likely or it's not unlikely that he'll go with the.
I could imagine Gibbs playing on that left against Bayern. To be fair, now you've mentioned it, I could imagine that.
If I was Wenger, I'd take the gamble and just play him. If not, give Iwobi a chance.
Campbell
just
is so bad at tracking back, though. I remember that
Yeah,
game
he is.
away at Spurs in a Capital One Cup. It was a nightmare down. Made Danny Rose look like Ryan Giggs in his prime from left back. He was just like Campbell was never there. He was better in the second half. I think Wenger had a word with him, but Debussy was just like abandoning duties. It was bad. So
Stevie, you'd start with Joel Campbell, then Iwobi over
I'd even give Iwobi a chance. I just think I'd rather play players through the ranks or even less experienced players who play naturally in them positions than tinkering the whole squad around. I just
Why?
think I think it's a more natural system. I just think it's more genuine because they know their role, they're used to their role, and a player like Iwobi to perform in the next 2-3 games, I think he's going to be absolutely hungry for it. And if Wenger gets him tuned up, he'll be tracking back, he'll be all over the park, he'll be getting forward, he'll be getting back. He's gonna want to impress.
Yeah, but the bit that comes into experience, like the bit that you gain with experience, is sort of tracking back the defending part. Like sometimes
Yes.
you can't really train for that.
You can't.
Right.
You get caught in the moment of the game.
That comes with experience. Like you see, Ramsey can do it, whereas Ox sometimes you just see him like nowhere to be seen. Obviously, he has moments where you can tell he wants to do it.
Yeah, he's a bit of a ghost sometimes.
But Ramsey's more disciplined with it. Like, so I mean, putting a young player out there against Bayern, tracking back against people like Robin or Ribery,
It could be suicidal.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. There's a lot of ways you can think of this.
You got that Costa matey, and then
Definitely.
and then you got Ribery.
Would you rather have Gibbs on Would you rather have Gibbs on the left?
Yeah, because I think Gibbs will at least provide some defensive stability, which is also important, man.
Definitely. I'm not gonna lie. I hadn't thought about that, but would I do it against Bayern? I'd definitely say put Gibbs there. Like, I'd rather have Gibbs on the left and put Sanchez on the right than have Campbell out there just abandoning Bellerin. I just can't see that happen against Bayern. Like, I do not want that to happen. So Gibbs on the left. But for this weekend against Swansea and maybe even against Spurs, Campbell, here is your chance. Like,
against Swansea, definitely.
Unlike Sonogo, who I've never seen a glimpse of top quality from him.
Awful.
I've seen flashes of Campbell, not so much this season.
We saw him in the World Cup performing.
Do you know what I mean? We saw him.
We saw him against Olympiacos. Was it versus United?
Yeah, didn't he put United out? He put them out, didn't he?
He put them out. He scored that couple of step overs and he just buried it in the bottom corner.
He's got a fantastic strike on him.
Yeah.
So I think Bayern, Gibbs, but the other two, Campbell. There's your 2 games. There's your 180 minutes. Follow instructions. Express yourself. Go. Just go. And hopefully,
and the gamble might pay off.
Perry said this to me earlier in the day. Actually, he said the gamble might pay off because this is what happened to Bellerin. Debussy got injured. I think maybe even Chambers was injured at that point because if you remember rightly, Chambers was ahead of Bellerin out there. Bellerin was the only one available, and Bellerin came in. He got thrown in the deep end, Dortmund away. Didn't have the greatest debut, and he's kicked on so much since then. I really hope Campbell can. Yeah, he's amazing. I love Bellerin.
If not, he could be the best fullback at the moment in the Premier League.
Everything he's doing reminds me of Cesc when he came through in the midfield. It's just everything, and
I'll say that, mate.
I hope it doesn't follow that way. But Bellerin seems like a bit of a London boy. That's what I like about him. He seems like he's happy in London now.
Yeah, he's been back.
You heard that accent, that crazy accent he's got.
Chesney Part 2.
But he is a Chesney Part 2 with that crazy. He's got like half Spanish, half London accent. But Campbell needs to follow in that footstep. Let's keep Ox out the team. Let's keep Ramsey out the team. This is your chance. You're gonna get 3 games potentially.
If I'm Joe Campbell, I'm in the training ground and I'm like going 130%. I'm putting in all effort. I'm showing Wenger give me that. I'm giving him a selection problem. Like I'm gonna make. Right. I was thinking about putting Gibbs on the left and swapping Sanchez to the right wing, but now I might actually just go with the way he's performing in training. I might just go with Campbell on the right and then.
Wouldn't you rather have though? Wouldn't it sound more attractive to have Campbell on one, Sanchez is in his normal position, and you're taking your striker Giroud or whatever, rather than switching them all around and having Gibbs on the left?
Reason why I agree with you for the Swansea and Spurs game, but the reason why I wouldn't do that in Munich is because Bellerin is going to come under a lot. Remember, Robin's back next game, and we got Robin, and we got. Is it Ribery?
Ribery's back, isn't it?
You know what I mean? Ribery against Bellerin. Well, Costa, you're going to need help with Costa. Costa already did a lot
At
for
home.
Bellerin.
At home.
At home,
Yeah, you'd want Gibbs in that side.
I
I
think
can't.
going off of what I've seen from Joe Campbell, my first option would not be to start him. Going off what I've seen, that's not saying that he can't do it. It's just got like if I'm Wenger, I've got to think with safety first here, innit? I don't want to take any unnecessary risks. So I'd probably I'd swap Sanchez on different flanks and put someone left mid like Gibbs, or yeah, that'd be my first option. The second option would be Joe Campbell, but I'm saying Joe Campbell should be proving to Wenger in training, which he probably is trying to do now, or I hope so anyway, that he wants that spot. Like, he should be going all out. And I've heard Wenger big up Joe Campbell. I've heard him sing his praises, even recently, like last week or 2 weeks ago.
Oh, I'm about to throw something else in, which I completely forgot about. We're going to go up against Montero this week.
Oh, mate. That guy is an absolute nightmare.
He's a demon when he's on his day.
He just loves that. He just hogs that wing, doesn't he?
So even then, Campbell, do you know what, even Campbell, he might even have to put in a better performance going the other way than going forward on the
If
weekend.
he could possibly stop him.
If he can help Bellerin stop Montero and maybe contribute going forward, then he may be able to get the start against Bayern. But Montero's a serious winger. Like, he's very, very good. He's not. This is one of the best wingers in the league we're talking about. Do you know what I mean?
I don't see why not.
But
then again, you're looking to go to Munich. You're not looking to win. You'll be looking just for the point, won't you?
Yeah, I wouldn't. Well, yeah, I know what you mean.
Because you
never know with Arsene, but
you never know.
Arsenal need to be going to Munich to win, man.
Well, then again, you lost the first game against Zagreb, didn't you?
We lost 2, so Arsenal need to be going there.
Yeah, we can't even
to win.
Yeah.
That's why I kind of think that having Gibbs on the left might kind of be wasting some attacking threat. It might even be a thing where he starts him off there, or has the option, or decides to bring him on in the second half to maybe get some stability if we get 1-0 up or 2-0 up or whatever.
Mate.
Or it might be this thing where he swaps it around during the game.
This is probably going to be the hardest European game we've played in a few years. I'm not worried because something.
I'm worried, man. I'm worried because of that right wing situation. If I'm Pep Guardiola, I'm doing my research now. I'm like, yo, you're going to exploit that left wing. Like, I'm
because without Ramsey there, cause look what Costa got in about 9 crosses in the first half. I think I read 9 in the first. Bellerin, I look at him. A lot of people see his strength as his speed. He doesn't let that many crosses in down that side either. So for Costa to keep skinning him and getting the balls in, imagine Ramsey not there now. It is quite frightening to think, like, what could happen.
If I'm Pep, I'm just telling my centre mids to just playmakers spray the ball out to the left and just keep targeting that left wing.
Maybe not throughout the game, but definitely early on. See what we got out there. Push it early on.
Because we got an issue. It's like fighting with a player who's been like, it's like a boxer getting blinded. Like,
or
continuously getting punched up.
It's like a player losing his vision halfway through the fight, and then like the other boxer can see.
Which happens. Obviously, it happens, man. Well, you get a bit of blood in the eye, or eye covers
sweat or whatever in their eye, and then and then the other boxer can see that he's just injured. I'd just be targeting it. Like, I'd be targeting that eye for the whole fight. I'd just keep jabbing him in the eye, like just accurate jabs to the eye. Just keep peppering him, keep moving to the left so that he can't. If he's just left eye, keep moving to the left. Like, that's what I think that Bayern are going to do when we play them. What do you reckon, Travis, about what Paul Merson said, saying that like these 3 games, and Stevie, what do you think about this when he said that these 3 games might be the reason Arsenal? Look, these 2 injuries might lose Arsenal the league.
I've seen a few people say this on Twitter. Right.
Well,
that's 2 important Premier League games, man. That's 6.
It is.
Swansea away, Spurs at home. Pivotal.
Mate, if I was the Arsenal,
pivotal. It could change our season. It could change our season. It really is that deep. Like, it could
Stevie,
change our season.
What are you saying?
I think you lot. Swansea's a big game, you know.
We've lost there in recent years. Remember?
Spurs as well. Spurs.
I remember last time we watched them. We watched them in Gloucester Green.
Yeah, Gloucester Green Park.
Shout
out the Birmingham lot.
Shout
out the Birmingham lot.
Well,
yeah.
The thing is, if you lot how does it work with the Champions League? Because if, not as an Arsenal fan, thinking on behalf of Arsenal fans, I think you've got half a shout for the league this year if you keep it up.
I've heard a lot of neutrals say that actually.
I think you've got half a shout. But then again, what happens if you drop out of the Champions League and drop into Europa?
But Stevie, with these two injuries, will they affect Arsenal's chances of winning the league?
I don't think so. I wouldn't say the league. I'd say Champions League, yes. I think you've got enough quality to see off Swansea. You should be beating them. Spurs are nothing special. They just never seem to gel. Never seem to be an extremely dangerous side that's going to cause you constant problems. Apart from my mate Harry Kane, I think it's different class.
Bruv,
but I think you should see these off with Joel Campbell and Alexis on the other side. You should be seeing these two off.
Alexis is going to be working quadruple speed, man. He's usually double speed. This guy's going to up his work rate.
This guy can turn it up a gear whenever he wants.
Whenever he wants, whatever mood he wants.
Whenever he feels like he just slots it into 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th gear.
Literally.